My name is Dean Haskins. I'm the Executive Director of the Birther Summit. And for the past week, we've been in Honolulu, Hawaii to help Duncan Sunahara locate records for his sister, Virginia. It appears that his family has possibly been unwittingly thrust into a national drama that we are investigating to see if we can get to the bottom and get to the truth of the matter. We've spent a few minutes asking Duncan some very poignant questions. Now, Duncan, can you tell us when and where you were born?
I was born October 20th, 1958 at Waihoa General Hospital in Hawaii.
And how about your sister, Virginia?
She was born in the same place, same hospital.
When was she born?
She was born August 4th, 1961.
So you would have been how old when she was born?
I would have been 2 to 3 years old, close to 3 years old.
What details do you know happened on the day that Virginia was born?
From what I gathered, she had trouble breathing, so they transferred her from Waihoa to the Children's Center at Kapiolani, where she died August 5th, 1961, the day later.
So at what point did you become aware of some suspicions surrounding her birth records?
Well, this lady, she wrote me this letter in February. You know, she said she was doing something on infant death mortality, and she wanted her records.
And so that got you thinking why someone would be asking about your sister's birth records. So before this past week, what had you done to try to verify your sister's birth records?
Well, I went to try to get the along from the health department, which I couldn't get. I went to the 3 different hospitals, Waihoa, Queens, Kapiolani, and they all wanted some kind of power of attorney, and I couldn't get it.
So at that point, you really didn't even know where she had died.
Right, exactly.
You only knew that she was born in Waihoa.
Right.
Now, what did you do this past week to verify her birth records?
Well, we went to the State Department and the Health Department and got the short form of her birth.
Did you go to the hospitals at all?
Yes, I went to the hospitals again, and Waihoa actually gave me some paperwork on her birth.
Which, with that, you were able to verify where she was transferred to?
Yeah, she transferred to
Kapiolani
Children's Hospital.
Now, once you had received the copy of the short form from the Department of Health, what did you ultimately find out about that particular version of the birth certificate?
Well, her numbers was 1,180, I believe, 11,080, which is a lot. It's too high,
Well, we know that the Nordyke twins, their birth certificates were processed on August the 11th, and their numbers were 637 and 638. It was 10, 637, 638.
Right.
That was on August 11th. Now, Virginia's birth certificate showed that it was processed on
the 10th of August.
On the 10th of August.
And her numbers was 11,080.
11,080, which is actually 443 higher than the Nordyke twins, which were processed the next day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, were you able to obtain a photocopy of your sister's long-form birth certificate as the Hawaiian statutes guarantee?
No.
What happened when you asked for it?
These guys directed us to Dr. Onaka and Alvin Onaka, and I waited there for 4 hours, and they wouldn't let me see him.
Was he there?
He was there. He was in the meeting. First they told us he was in it'd be half an hour for lunch. We waited. I waited. And then after the half an hour expired, they said it would be another 2 hours, or he was going to be in a meeting. I still waited, and I waited from 12 to 4 o'clock and never got to see him. This time, the security guard said that Elvin, Mr. Onaka, wouldn't see us, and I'd have to leave.
Have to leave?
I have to leave. He kicked me out, basically.
Based upon what you've now discovered, what do you think they did with your sister's original birth certificate?
In my opinion, they must have manipulated the numbers.
All right, well, please share any of your personal opinions and thoughts about what you've gone through to obtain this information, what motivation any state would have to keep its residents from getting copies of their original records, and what you believe has been done with that birth certificate.
Well, in my opinion, I don't see any reason why the health department should restrict my access to her numbers, her birth certificate.
So you think that if the state didn't have something to hide?
Of course, they should be forthcoming, and I should have it. But at this moment, I don't have it.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thanks.